But still, man, I do think there's a difference in something between the Greeks and the Christians. The Greeks, think of all those statues, those hulking statues of Zeus and of perfect Athena.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had a high vision of the human, and
Mm-hmm.
Christianity wants to introduce sin and fallenness, and the idea that you're created by a God upon whom you depend 100% for your sustained existence. So
Yeah.
different affair. You're more like a reed blowing in the wind. Whereas I think Aristotle, might have found Christianity even effeminate
Well,
with its the turn the other cheek business.
statues. And
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
Zeus, who looks like,
yeah.
the perfect Olympian Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then you've got the crucified Christ.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
you said it's like a reed blowing in the wind. It's like wind nailed to the reed. I mean, that's this totally opposite conception of strength, of
Excellent.
true strength. And it's strength through passivity, or redemption through weakness, life
Yeah.
through death.
And yet we shouldn't lose sight of the affinities, right? Because in giving yourself over to the good, to trying to cultivate virtue, not simply satisfying your appetites or going in for perks or attention, you are transcending yourself in a way that is structurally similar to the self-transcendence that we engage in when we subordinate ourselves to God in Christ.
That was a lot.
Oh, too quick.
I'm going to go rewind the tape. And do you want to say it again?
I'm just saying that although the Greeks and Christians are different, and the thing that they have in common, at least structurally, is that they take the human being to come to fuller life through self-sacrifice, or I just would say self-transcendence.
And that's what Christ is doing on the cross. He's not
Yes.
being weak because
That's right.
it's a virtue to be weak.
That's
It's
right.
a virtue to wear yourself down to nothing.
That's
I mean,
right.
Kafka's story, A Hunger Artist, is about what would happen if you took that imperative, or you made that means into its own end. We talked about fasting before. Fasting has a purpose. It's for
Yeah.
purification or for sacrifice. And The Hunger Artist, it's for entertainment. It's like Christ stripped of purpose, or stripped of telos. And at the end he says, well, why do I do this? Well, I couldn't find any food that I like. Because you shouldn't admire me.
Wow,
And
he
that's
says that.
that's like if you take
Yeah.
the Christian story and you shake it until the morality comes out.
Oh,
That's the Hunger Artist.
I
But
didn't know that.
I mean, Christ, and this is important, Christ in Gethsemane, in the garden, before he is arrested and he knows he's going to suffer and die on the cross, he begs God, or he asks God to let the cup pass him by. He doesn't want to do that to
Yeah.
his body.
Yeah.
He doesn't have contempt for the body. It hurt
Yeah.
when he got nailed through.
Yeah.
And even when he rises, he's not free of that. He shows the stigmata. He shows the places where they nailed through his body. The insistence is that when he comes back to life, he's embodied. He's not a ghost. Thomas could put his finger through the palm. And I've forgotten this, but in a reading said recent Sunday, he says hello to the boys, and he says, you have anything to eat? And they give him
Yeah.
fish.
Oh my
The
God.
resurrected Christ eats fish.
Yeah.
So the whole point of that was to try to say, I was not trying to say that the Zeus statue and the Christ statue are incompatible.
No.
In fact, I think that if you probably read them both right in the way I think you just did when you went real quick, I think they merge. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this short. You can watch the full episode or subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. It would also help us if you would like or share this short, or drop us a comment.